Welcome back to the Morning Brew. Pleasure to have you watching us today. I'm Larry Aarons, along with my guest co-host this week, Matt Gentry. We're both recovering radio guys. Well, maybe you're still doing radio. I don't know.
I do a little here and there.
A little here and there.
Yeah.
Pleased to welcome our first guest on the show today. Kay Carrico is with us, president of NAWBO, New Mexico. And NAWBO stands for the National Association of Women Business Owners. Kay, welcome to you. Good to have you back.
Thank you, Larry.
And I'm glad you brought Robin along. I haven't seen Robin in a long time. Robin Otten is here, past president of NAWBO, New Mexico. Good to see you.
Well, thank you.
How you been?
I've been well. It's good to
Good,
see you.
good. Thank you. Our little TV show here. You guys have an event called Speak Out.
Right.
And it's coming up this month. What's the Speak Out about?
Well, we'll give you the generalities of it, but Robin can speak to
Okay.
the specifics. It's one of our signature events that we have every year, wherein we invite legislators to come and listen to us instead of us listening to them. And NAWBO comes up with different position statements, what we need as women business owners to have them enact so that we can become more successful.
Beautiful. The dynamic may be a little different this year at this event.
It may be. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be pretty exciting. We have a lot of new legislators, some returning legislators. We always get a really great turnout to this. The way it works is that the Public Policy Committee of our organization makes some decisions at the beginning of the year of which sort of ideas we would like to present to the legislature, which topics we'd really like to talk with them about. And this year we're talking to them about workers' compensation, the perennial, which is taxation, as you know,
Yes.
that's always a huge issue. And also transparency and procurement. We've had some members that have had some difficulty with that, and I can explain a little bit about what we mean by that. When a company goes in with a bid on a big contract, very often it's necessary for them to have some subcontractors. And in the bid, they name those subcontractors and what the subcontractors will do. If they're successful in getting the bid, recently it has happened that the subcontractors then are changed around. So New Mexico companies frequently lose out at that stage. And we think that that is lacks transparency and is not
I
a
agree.
good process.
Totally agree.
What are some women-owned businesses here in Albuquerque that people may not know about? Can you think of any offhand?
Oh, there are a number of large businesses that are owned by women actually in New Mexico. This is a pretty equal opportunity state for women in business, especially in entrepreneurial kinds of endeavors. One of our members is Samantha Lappin, who owns Pod, which is an IT company and very successful in several different states. Another is Edna Lopez, who owns Compa Industries, and she does a lot of contracting with the federal government. We have a lot of very small businesses, like my business, RDO Strategic Consultants, is just me.
Yeah.
very
You do
cool.
a lot of key work. You really want the legislators to listen to you,
Right.
you at these meetings. And is the atmosphere direct and frank?
It is direct and frank. Typically, we'll have two legislators, one Republican and one Democrat at each table. And then they switch tables. So we have 2 or 3 rounds that
I
we
see.
do that. And we go around the table and everybody talks to each legislator and saying, this is how this affects my business. And they get real life stories then and the impact that it has on us. So it really is a good way to meet your legislator, because the beautiful thing here is we have a citizen legislature. So actually, they want to know us. They want to hear from us, and we can talk to them directly. So that's what's
Right.
really nice about it.
Is there a number one issue, workers' comp?
Workers' comp.
Taxes comes out by every year.
Well, the tax situation is the pyramiding of the gross receipts tax.
Right.
And everyone understands how difficult that is. We really need an overhaul of our tax system.
we've needed it
very
for
badly,
years.
Absolutely. But we're probably not going to get that this year because it takes quite a while to
Right.
put that together, and it's very complex. but we're talking about business-to-business sales. For instance, if I do work for a business, which I usually do, the pyramiding of them having to pay the gross receipts tax and me having to pay it, it's very unfair, and it doesn't work like it was intended by Franklin Jones those many years ago to work. It doesn't work well anymore.
Yeah.
Why don't we just stop paying taxes?
That's a great idea.
Just an idea.
Right.
And,
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I think you blew our cover.
Yeah, I want to have you amplify that a little more, Robin. So the way that works, let's say you and I were doing business. You were the Morning Brew and your company were doing business. I would have to pay gross receipts tax and you would have to pay gross receipts tax on the same transaction. Am I right?
on the same services, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another problem is that, except for a few exemptions, we in New Mexico pay gross receipts tax on services, and most other states don't have
Right.
it on services. So it's just not working well. It was envisioned to be very broadly based and very low
Right.
rate. It's now gotten to be much less broadly based, and the rates have gone up.
Yeah, it's an impediment.
Well, when you go to speak out, if you need some intermission entertainment, I'll make myself available.
Great. We could always use a little
Right, that would
frivolity.
be our difference this year.
Yeah, lighten it up a little bit.
Kay, tell us a bit about the membership of NAWBO and how people can get on board with what you do.
Well, NAWBO is, we've been around, this chapter's been here for 26 years, and the national has been around for 45 years. And it really is a great organization for women business owners of all sizes to be able to learn more about how to do business, to have the ability to interact with companies from other women business owners from other states. Like I will tell companies that might be very small companies, if you join NAWBO, you can always call what would be your competition if they were here in New Mexico, but you can call them in another state and maybe, get some ideas, some marketing ideas. How's this work for you?
Sure.
This is what I'm thinking of. So it really is for all sizes of companies. And like Robin, I'm a small business too. I'm just me.
Yeah. And I know you do business all over the country. And, well, very good. And the event is the 19th. Where's this going to be?
It's going to be at the Sheraton Uptown, and you can register online at www.nawbonm.org.
Very good.
And it's easy. We'd love to see everybody come out and attend it. Men can come too.
Absolutely.
Everybody's welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, good to see you, Robin.
Thank you.
Come
Thank
back
you.
and join
Great.
us again sometime.
Thanks. Great to be here.
Robin Otten and Kay Carrico with NAWBO on the Morning Brew. We'll be back after this.